Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some more LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga news. Yesterday, TT Games put out a brand new behind-the-scenes video titled Building the Galaxy. And it feels a bit surreal getting so many trailers and featurettes so shortly in between each other, considering that for years we've barely gotten anything except for maybe the occasional screenshot. And this is actually a quite lengthy video with plenty of new gameplay and also some very interesting bits that they talk about that I wanted to bring up in this video. I mean, look at this. They even managed to make Jar Jar look majestic somehow. Look at the view and the shot over the lake in Naboo. I mean, it just shows how good this game is gonna look, and it makes me very excited to jump into the game. I wanted to talk about a few gameplay highlights that I saw in this video and thought you guys might find interesting, as well as discuss the parts that they actually talk about in case you missed them, as they delve quite a lot into some gameplay mechanics that I think you will find to be very interesting. On top of this trailer, they also released 4 new screenshots yesterday, including Rey and a Porg on Ahch-To, an AT-ST on Endor, the Gungan City, as well as the Millennium Falcon on Bespin. So they're really pumping out content for us to see, and all of these screenshots simply confirm that this game will look amazing, that is for sure. And if we move on to the trailer and some of the gameplay bits that I wanted to talk about before we move on to their actual discussion, the game overall looks great. They give us a lot of short snippets of planets, such as Naboo here, which looks amazing, with Padme's dress moving a little bit strangely, but that's because it's Lego, obviously. And on top of seeing Naboo Theed, we've obviously also seen the Gungan City, Jar Jar looking out over the lake, and so on. On Coruscant, we get to see our first look on the Coruscant Guard troopers, and something quite interesting is that they also show Mama the Hutt. She's gonna be a playable character in this game, and she's actually Jabba's grandmother, and she is only credited in 1 Clone Wars episode. So the fact that she's gonna be a playable character in this game brings me a little bit more hope that we're gonna see more Clone Wars and Rebels characters in the game, although that haven't been confirmed yet. Like, obviously we've got the Bad Batch, we already have Ahsoka, although from the Mando version, but still gives me hope that we might get some more Clone Wars characters in there, considering they decided to put Mama the Hutt in there, who, like I said, is featured in 1 single Clone Wars episode. The Outlander nightclub on Coruscant looks absolutely amazing. Probably the planet that I am most excited to roam around and play through, because we haven't really seen these parts of Coruscant much in previous games. And I've seen a lot of people asking, will Dexter's Diner also be available on Coruscant? And the answer is yes. They have confirmed this in a previous interview where they said that yes, so we'll be able to be in Dexter's Diner. You can then head out and walk off to other parts of Coruscant, which I think sounds amazing. It seems like the Ghost might also be available in the game, because this looks like the silhouette of the Ghost, and the ship before the Ghost is the Soulless one, which is Grievous' ship, so alphabetically it makes sense that that would be the Ghost. So that gives me a bit of hope that we might be seeing some Rebels characters in the game as well, but the Ghost was technically in The Rise of Skywalker. But again, I think the biggest reason to why I hope for more Rebels and Clone Wars characters is that, again, they put Mama the Hutt in the game. Also, what's this? A Stormtrooper mouse droid, quite interesting, and this looks like a Gonk droid ship, I think. I can't really spot what model that is, or if it's actually like a joke ship made out of a Gonk droid, but it does look like a Gonk droid, that's for sure. But if we talk a little bit about all the actual gameplay mechanics that they mention here, which I think is the big part of the video, is that they say that the game is still episodic. We have the 9 episodes, but they wanted to blur the lines between levels and open world. So when you've played a planet in an episode, you will unlock the open world segment that you can then fly off to whenever you want. So I'd imagine the best idea is probably to start playing the actual episodes first, and then after that you do the open world exploring, and you could just do 1 episode, then explore any order you want, really. And that's kind of something they highlight a lot in this video, that they want to give us a lot of freedom in the game while still having those episodes and not making it like fully open world. They also talk about weathering effects, which I think is pretty cool, such as dirt, snow, sand building up on your character, both on vehicles and actual humanoids or characters. And this is something we actually saw in the Battlefront games, which I thought was pretty cool. Like, if you're on Hoth, you'll get snow building up on your character. If you're on Tatooine, you'll have sand building up on your character, and so on. A fairly small detail that doesn't really affect the gameplay, but it definitely adds a lot to the immersion, that's for sure. And they also talk about how they have a lot of stuff outside of the episodic missions, such as the space missions, side quests, secret challenges, and some of those that they bring up is a mission where you get to basically go around and feed the Sarlacc pit. You find some stuff and you throw it into the Sarlacc pit, or when you have to sneak a Wampa out of Echo Base on Hoth. And another part that I found to be really interesting here is that there will be strings of missions, where sometimes you might have to go between Ahch-To to Exegol, and this really sounds like an open world element to me, which I think is really cool, because it's not just gonna be, oh, click this episode, next, but it might be a mission where you have to actually go to the map and fly to various different planets in order to complete this side mission, and hopefully get a nice reward out of it too. They also talk a bit about the Kyber bricks, which are the new golden bricks as far as I understand, and you will get them from missions, but you will also find them in the actual levels and from puzzles. And these Kyber bricks you can actually use to upgrade vehicles and use for customization and such. It's not 100% clear exactly how similar the Kyber bricks are to the golden bricks, and if you still get one for getting like True Jedi, completing the level, finding all the mini kits and so on, but I'd imagine it will work similarly to that. And they also talk about how completing missions and events are how you unlock ships and characters in the game, and they showcase a couple of interesting characters such as Yaddle and Babu Frick. I'm not 100% sure if they've confirmed that you can also buy characters from studs. I think ideally it would be something split in between, so that some characters you will have to play a certain mission or challenge to unlock, but I also like the part where you actually have to grind up the studs to buy characters and other unlocks. So ideally it will have a split between both, and it almost made it sound here like the way you unlock characters are solely by doing missions and events and challenges, but I hope that's not the case and that we can still buy some for studs. But I think they've shown that in previous videos, so I think we are all good. But that's really all I wanted to talk about in this video. If you guys want to stay up to date with all things LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.